Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Milestone and my channel is all about finding your passion, fulfilling your potential and achieving your goals. Today I'm filming my Made It series where I interview people from different backgrounds, different fields. They tell us how they came up and hopefully it will inspire you. And I'm thrilled to be joined by a young actor and producer. He's featured in Channel 4, BBC, Comedy Central, Nickelodeon. He's had his own feature film called The Mirror Boy, and he's just featured in Apple TV's latest hit, Cherry, alongside Tom Holland. I'm delighted to be joined by Eddie Kagutuzi. Eddie, thank you for joining us today.
No, thank you, bro. Thank you so much for inviting me here and just wanting to talk to me, man. It's a privilege.
Amazing, I love this, I can't wait. So Eddie, do you mind starting off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure thing. My name is Eddie Kagutuzi, director, actor, producer, as he said. I have been acting for 16 years now, been producing and directing for 4 or 5 of those years. And yeah, it's just been an amazing journey. I started to create my own content, started to do stuff in Uganda that's where I'm from. And just been acting and still trying to get further in that career, you know. So that's just me. And my company, my film company is called Baby Plantain Productions.
Amazing, love it. And then Eddie, you've got a long list of features, some of which I touched on. Could you give us a quick rundown of some of those features as well?
So more recently, Cherry, which is currently on Apple TV, directed by the Russo brothers, who did Avengers Endgame. Also something on Disney Channel and also Nickelodeon and Hulu called Find Me in Paris. That's a TV series. Also on Comedy Central, like you said, on BBC, on something called Porridge. That's a lot of the stuff that I've done.
Amazing, yeah, so a lot in a short space of time. So check those shows out if you haven't already. But Eddie, if you take it a bit back, can you tell us, when did you decide to become an actor and how did you know that it was your passion?
Do you know what? It started when I was maybe 12. Yeah, I was around 12 years old and I used to go to this after school club. They used to do dancing, acting and singing. Singing, that got dropped real quick. Can't sing. I tried to sing. But it was the dancing that I was pursuing more. And I did that for like 4 years as well as the acting, but the acting was just a few things here and there, you know. It was on stage. And then I got my first audition for a short film called Twist. And it was a contemporary version of Oliver Twist. And I guess it was from there where I just really started to take it more serious. I think I had just about to start college. I just started college. And in college, I was actually doing theatre studies and I had to take time off college. And like, it was just an amazing experience. But as I was getting paid for it, I was like, this is something that I love. This is something that I am, I guess, maybe good at and something I also want to push. And it just slowly became a hobby and it grew into a passion. It really grew into a passion over the years. And I couldn't tell you the defining moment, but it just was like, okay, I'm making a bit of money from this. Let me just run with it.
You know what, I can't imagine how many people try to become actors and actresses. Can you tell us about the journey you took to get your first big role?
Do you know, it's different for everybody. My journey in particular, it just started, like I said, I'd gone to after school club and I started taking it more seriously then. And then I landed my first TV. So my first main TV job was on dubplate drama on Channel 4. And it was just, there was an open casting. I don't know if they do open castings as much anymore, but there was an open casting where anyone could come and they will just see, you speak with the director and the casting director, you'll speak with the casting director and maybe the director. And they would just audition you for one of the roles. And I auditioned for it and fortunately I got it. And yeah, that's just one of the moments where I just took it really serious because it was TV, Channel 4. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's got Channel 4. Back in the days, it used to be 1 to 4, and then you had to try and fine tune Channel 5. But
I
Channel 4
remember those days.
and
Hard
MTV.
times, people. Hard times.
Yeah, so it was then. That's how it works. And sometimes it could be a bit harder though. Sometimes you might need to go for an agent. Sometimes they just might not look at you because you don't have an agent. But it was just very fortunate that I just started off like that.
Wow, yeah, so inspirational. And along your way, did you face any challenges or barriers that you had to overcome to get to where you are now?
Yeah, in this career, you have to be very thick-skinned. I'll say that for one. You can go to auditions. I can tell you, I've probably gone to over 1,000 auditions, but I've only landed like 5%. Can you imagine 5%? Like, that's a very small percentage of that. So to be told no all the time can really take a toll on you. If you're not thick-skinned, and if you are, sometimes you can just throw in the towel so soon, not realizing how close you are to getting where you want to get to. And also, it just takes one job. It just takes one yes for you to even just, you know. So there's a lot of things like that being told no. There's a lot of comparison. Like, if you have, like, I got a lot of friends in the industry, and if I was to compare myself to all of them, like, I just wouldn't be who I am today. So it's not comparing. It's not being let down or allowing yourself to be let down by someone else's no, because someone else's yes could even just be the next thing.
Loving the hunger, and it only takes one yes. That couldn't be more true, especially when it comes to your goals. So Eddie, how did you develop this thick skin, this persistence, and this resilience to keep going forward?
So yeah, like I was saying, I got a few people in the industry, and we've come up together. We've lived together with the same lives, I say, in the same community, and they're where they are through hard work. There's nothing stopping me from doing the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, if they can do it, I know I can do it. That's always been my mentality. And not that I'm not inspired by people that are famous, but I'm more inspired by people that I know. Like, I am more motivated by seeing someone that I know rather than going to see someone big in the cinema, because there's no relationship there. But when there's someone that I know and there's that relationship, I'm like, yo, this is my boy, this is my person, like, this is my people. I can do this because they've done it as well. So that's been a lot of the way I've thought.
Great stuff there. So being inspired by people that look like you is how you kept going and built that resilience, because if they can do it, so can you. And that's what this series is all about. So if you're loving this interview, if you're liking this content, subscribe now, because we've got loads more on the way. But Eddie, I mean, you've done so much throughout your career. Are there a few highlights that you'd like to pick out and just share with us, like moments where you stood back and thought, wow, am I actually here? Is this, actually me? Am I seeing myself? It'd be great to hear, more about that from you.
There's been a few. I'll say my first big one was when I did the feature film The Mirror Boy. That was my first feature. It was my first lead role. It was an international film. It was with some heavyweights. And it was that moment where I was watching it in the cinema. We had a premiere in Leicester Square. It was the first, I say, Nollywood film premiere in Leicester Square.
So I'll give a quick round of applause to that.
Thank you. And I just saw, like, I walked in. It was my first year of uni. I walked in. The amount of love that everyone was showing me was just incredible, because everyone felt like an auntie or an uncle or a cousin or a brother or a sister. And it was that moment where I was like, wow, these people are proud of what we've done as a team, the film that we've created, and they haven't even seen it yet. This was just me walking through. And then afterwards, when everyone saw it, it was like, wow, like, yeah, just the love. And that just really that's really kept me going. It's really kept me going because it's allowed me to now make my own film company, Bay Plantain Productions, and produce content for the continent, and also do what that film did for me, nurture my talent, bring people in. Like it really brought me in and opened my eyes to what's out there and what I can do. So yeah, that's just been I guess my biggest point in my career that I've just really, just defined me.
Awesome. And look, we can't we can't not talk about you working with Tom Holland on Cherry. So if you've not seen it yet, it's on Apple TV. Check out Cherry movie featuring Eddie Kagutuzi and Tom Holland. So how was it like working with Tom? Because I've seen loads of interviews with him. He's obviously a huge global movie star. He's the current Spider-Man. He comes across very nicely in his interviews, but how was it like actually working with him?
Yeah, no, he's actually a nice guy. That's it. He's a nice guy. He's like one of the man them. Like I was telling you before, like
Yes, love it.
he is. Yeah, do you know what? Sometimes I get what people say. Like people feel like a lot of people are fake on screen or fake in their interviews, but he's a genuine person. He just shows so much love on set, off set, and it was just an incredible experience because I'm used to seeing him as Spider-Man, and I'm sure a lot of people are, but he's actually done, like, he's earned his stripes. You know, he's earned his stripes. He's a phenomenal actor. All the scenes that I was with him, like, he just gave 100%, you know, and it was just really motivating because I now saw a different side to him. He's not the playful, like, yes, he was playful, but that role, he wasn't the playful Spider-Man. He was just a soldier that had been going through so much, that had so many layers to him. And yeah, I just I wish he got nominated for a few more awards, but his time is coming, and he's still young. So it was phenomenal working with him.
Yeah, he certainly is. So big up Tom Holland for being such a cool, genuine guy. And there's like a bit of a Marvel connection when it comes to Cherry, because you've got Tom Holland who's obviously playing Spider-Man, but then you've also got Anthony and Joe Russo who directed Avengers, and they've also directed Cherry. So how did you find working with such like big time directors for Cherry as well?
It was incredible. Like when I heard that I got the job and who the directors were, because not all the time you'll hear about who's attached to the job. I had to do my research. I was like, wow, these are legends. These are people that have broken box office numbers. Like Avengers, I think it was Avengers Endgame, which just blew everything out of the water, you know. And to be working with them and to have that on my CV, it's like, yo, like now we're serious. Now we mean business. You know what I mean? So it was good to work with them. They work well as brothers. They work well. Usually you just get one person as a director, but they bounce off each other, and they just made me feel welcome, you know.
Yeah, that's great to hear. So warming. That just brings like joy to my heart, honestly. So I'm so happy for you to see all that hard work pay off. And then what advice would you give to any like aspiring actors out there that want to get in the game? They're not sure what steps to take. What advice can you share with them?
I say to work hard and don't let someone's no define you. Just because you haven't got a job or an audition, it doesn't mean you're not a great actor. It just means it's not the one for you. And when your time comes, it will come. Like I'm still grinding, I'm still working hard, but I've seen the growth from where I first started. Like my first job was me sleeping on the table to where I'm at now. It's like there's just been growth, and it's not overnight success for everyone. Or for a lot of people. A lot of people think it's yes, it is that one job, but they have been working before that. They have been putting in the work. and that's in all industries. Like keep working hard.
Keep working hard and stay persistent. I love that. And I don't want to put you on the spot, but Eddie, like, what are you hoping to get out of the next few years as you continue your journey of growth? What are you hoping to get, and where are you hoping to be?
What I'm hoping to get, I hope to just be happy. I hope to play roles that fulfill me. I just played an army veteran soldier. I never expected that. So there's just so many other roles that I'd love to play, and hopefully I can do that and just make my mum proud, and my family proud, and my friends proud. Is what I really want to get out of everything. Just making people proud.
Wow, you could not have summed that up more perfectly. So Eddie, look, how can people find you and continue to follow your journey?
So I'm on Instagram. My @ is Eddie Kagutuzi. That's EDDIE KAGUTUZI. And that's where you can really find me. I'm on Twitter at Eddie Kags, KAGZ.
Brilliant. Well, thank you, Eddie. It's been a pleasure to have you today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment below if you haven't already. Let me know if you have any questions for Eddie, or if you want to see more content like this, give me a few suggestions below as well. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because I've got lots more content to come. So thanks for watching, and let's keep chasing those goals.